Hey writers, today we're starting our writing unit, and kind of like with our reading unit, it really is set up to help us get ready for middle school writing and help to develop us as writers as well. We're going to write a lot, we're going to explore a lot of different ways to write, and we're going to need one super important tool, and that's our writer's notebook. So today I want to teach you that writers commit to making their writing notebook a place of power where they capture the significant stuff. We push ourselves to write a lot and to write a lot of different entries. We want to write about things we care about and write in more than one way so that we can explore what's most important to us as writers. So let me show you one way we might get started. There's something that we can do to think about what we care about a lot called a heart map. We're just going to pretend that this is a giant page out of my writer's notebook because you'll be able to do the same exact thing in your notebook. So writers write about things they care about. So first we want to get started with just some great big topics like the important people in our life. We care about the important people in our life. That makes sense. Special places that maybe we've been or heard about or had conversations about or somebody shared stories about. Significant events in our life, big things that have happened. And even stuff like objects, like maybe there's something that is an actual thing that's really, really important. So one way we can get started is to first think of kind of these big topics, and then we want to push ourselves and we want to think about, okay, what's really close to my heart? What's really important to me? So important people, I could start to jot down, in general, like my family, the family I grew up with, the family I have now. It's my notebook. I can keep it the way I want. Special places. Maybe I think about some of the places I've gone camping, significant events, major things. Now I'm going to try to get real specific. So when I think about important people and I'm thinking about my family, the family I grew up with, I have four brothers and one sister, and one time, 3 of my brothers are adopted. One time, right after my new brothers came to our family, it rained really hard, and we went across the street to the school because the whole field was mud. And we had this huge, super fun mud fight with all of my brothers and my sister. So I'm gonna put mud fight, Rose, and my sister. That was super important. Another important person, it's kind of weird though, I hardly ever saw my grandparents. But one time when I did, it was my grandpa who taught me how to ride a bike. So actually this kind of crosses over, right? Like my grandpa's an important person, but the event is learning how to ride my bike. So I could really put that in either spot, right? Now, when writers are pushing themselves to think about what they care about, it doesn't always have to be the super fun stuff like the mud fight. Also, with one of my brothers, we had a real fight once. It's the only fight I've ever gotten in my life. This kind of fight. It hurt. Like it hurt my heart. So I would write the fight that I had with my brother Chan. It really impacted me. Like we talk about it now as grown-ups. So now it's your turn, writers. I want you to think about the sorts of people and places and things and events that are significant in your life. Take a minute and turn and talk to your elbow partner or at this point they could jot it down in their notebook and make a list, or on a sticky note, however you want to do it. And then after active engagement, bring them back in, and now it's time for independent practice. Okay, writers, so you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna practice and give it a try. You're gonna grab that writer's notebook, your most important tool for this unit. And remember, we wanna start some possible writing ideas in our notebook by either making a heart map, or you could start the beginning of a story or reflection, anything to help you get started. But remember, writers write about things they care about. So really tap into what's significant. Choose one thing and then write about it for about the next 20 minutes. Push yourself to get 1 to 2 pages. And then we'll share with a partner some of our writing. And then after independent practice time, you might close out with something like this. So whenever you're striving for a writing topic, or really, maybe even struggling a little bit, think of something that's close to your heart. Think of something that's significant to you to help generate some ideas. And that's the end of a writer's workshop lesson.